Good afternoon, everybody. It's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. It is another lovely hot sunshiny day here in Lincolnshire in the UK. So, like as always, I'm not going to be sitting around too long. Once this video's done, I shall be going back outside and having some fresh air under the shade of my sun umbrella, because it's very sunny out there. Don't want to get burnt. So what we're doing today, we are going to make a tassel for this. As you can see, I've already put the eyelet in. Now I make my tassels without any fancy metal work. I might do one day. I have bought like crab claw, lobster claw fasteners and hitch posts, these, and what's the other things that what are the rings, jump rings and things like that. But everything I've bought far too small. I thought they were a lot bigger when I bought them. Now I've used them on, in small single signatures journals, but if I wanted to put some on my bigger ones, I would want some really big chunky ones of those. The same with the lobster claws, the same with the jump rings, but you really don't need them, so you don't have to go and invest in a lot of metal work just to add a tassel to your journal. I think perhaps an eyelet is a good idea, because it there'll be a little bit of weight, not a lot, but a little bit of weight on the whole. And full disclosure, when you put the eyelet in, make sure you've got your journal the right way around, because otherwise you'll end up with a hole at the bottom and the top. Now I could have not put that in. I could have just stitched it up, and because I realised before I put the eyelet in, I just punched the hole. I could have stitched it up or covered it with a lump of lace or whatever, but I thought, well, the hole's there now, I might as well put an eyelet in it. You never know, somebody might want to hang a charm or something from the bottom of it. They might take the big clip off the top, or I might just have a small one on the top, small one on the bottom. So it is what it is. I've left it. Right, I'm just showing you those lovely little beads that I've put on the end of the sari silk ties, and I think that's finished it off really nicely. They do jangle a little bit, not a lot, because they're only plastic, but yeah, they're pretty as well. What else did I want to show you before we start? I've got all the bits out of the journal here. So I did a little stitch on that. Do you remember we stuck that on yesterday's video for a pull? I put some lace on there for a tab, and I've stitched that on. I don't know, you seem a long way away. Hey, we're a long way away. Please don't stop, I don't want to join film. There's another one. Where's the other one? There was 3. 1, 2. Oh, there it is. And this one. I've just done a stitch down there, and I've put a bit of stitching across there, but you can't see it on the front. You can see it on the back though. So those were the 3 journal cards that we made yesterday, so I'll put those back in. I've got everything else out of it as well, look, just while I was messing about with that eyelet. So I'll put those all back in. You see them all in the flip through. And then I was going to show you these. So I did these. When did we do these? Last weekend before, a while ago. I don't know. So this was the collage paper. I think it might have been Sunday. Yeah, the collage, or Saturday, book page. Collage book page, and then pattern paper or tissue on top of them. So I put those two together and cut holes, divots out. So that is now, I was going to say I've got a tag, but I've got one here, but this is not to go in it. That's now a nice double pocket to go down in a booklet. That is just a tab, that lovely coffee dyed. No, it's not, it's a tag. These were the 2 butterfly ones, which I've just done as journal cards. And this one I've just sewed around this edge, because I thought that might make a nice sort of long but sideways on pocket. I like it. It could have a label or something on there. Okay, so I said I'd show you them when I've cut them up and finished them. I have got more down there that I haven't done yet, I have to admit. So I've also got a tassel here. It's not for that. This is for the next giveaway journal. So I'm going to do a tall skinny one next as my giveaway as part of my 2,000 subscribers, and I thought I'd have a tassel on that one as well. So I've just used I'm basically using lots of bits up as well, fabrics and things, but you can see they You know, they've got beads amongst them. There's all sorts of beautiful things. There are charms in there, lots of things to find. There's a key, button, all sorts of things that you can just put in them. And I just, oh, I've got a jump ring on there, look, but I don't need a jump ring on. You don't need it. You can just put it through the top. And I've just put them on a bulb pin. And that bulb pin will, I'll do the same with the one we're about to make. That bulb pin will go through that eyelet. Probably better than a lobster claw, just because of how low down in the book it is. I had to miss that stitching, you see. Didn't want to go through the stitching. Okay, so you'll see that one again sometime. So basically what you need is lots and lots of long thin pieces of scrap material or ribbon or lace or yarn, string, anything at all you've got lying around. Let me move that out of the way because I'm not going to need it, can you go there? Oops, what's that glue that fell over? Yes, it's got its lid on, but I'll have it upright. I don't want to. So I have here hanging on the back of my door, when I create strips of fabric, you know me, I don't chuck anything away. You know, I save them for ruffles, so they're sewed into ruffles, but they're good for this as well. So, shall we? That's a nice one, isn't it? Shall we put a couple of these in? Well, it would make a ruffle, I suppose. I was going to say it's not much of a like in this. They're not very big either, are you? But no, although I don't think it needs to be that long. I think I might have been chopping at these. They're all tied up. I think I might have been chopping pieces off. That's why there's some short ones in amongst them. I'll have some of that, I think. I'm just going to cut it down though, bizarrely enough, so just to make a bit of work for myself. And I'm not sure what length, so I'll get the book back and say I want this to be a fatter one, right, and shorter. You know, that other one is for a long, whoops, long journal. I don't want the, and there's nothing wrong with it, you can have, lots of people do, but I don't want my tassel longer than my journal, just in case it goes on a bookshelf or something like that. Right, which piece of that? I like that piece, I think, with more of the swirly. Now, of course, you can trim them down afterwards if they're too long. So yeah, I mean, the fabric we can trim, no problem. The only issue there would be is if you're putting beads and things on. I've done some beads ready, just threaded some because oh, my eyes and threading beads, yeah, isn't it? It's not fun. And it took me hours, would you believe, just to thread that. So all that is some pink waxed thread. It's about the right length actually. I've threaded beads and just tied them, knotted them, nothing else, just knotted them here, there and everywhere. And then I knotted a loop at the top with a bead in the middle. I like them to clack against each other and what have you. And I thought I would just, you know, hang it in amongst all the others with that loop. I'll probably put some, well, I might put some, what's this, got a piece here? I was going to say I might put a piece in anyway of that. Yeah, got a piece sat here for some reason, so when it goes, let's move all the bits out. I've got some embroidery thread here. No, you're too small. I've obviously had a little cut at you. Ouch, that's digging in. I have to say I love the heat, absolutely love the heat, but it is playing havoc with my legs. It makes my legs swell and ache, but I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining all the oohs and ahs. Right, so I've got a big bag full of ribbony things. Some of these are from the car boot, some of these are from, well, there's 3 colours on there. Let's use some of that. My friend Tanya at Tatty Treasure. Right, so I think I got that one from Angie at Hooverian Weasel. They're all quite nice colours, aren't they? Let's want anything too blue. What else have I got? So I've got yarn. I've always got yarn. I had that one on the other one, but I think it went quite well, didn't it? So, and you can have 2 pieces of things, you know, especially if you want it fat. Don't think you've got to stick to one. You know, if you've got a ball of yarn that you want to use up, you put 2 or 3 strands in each one, you'll soon make a dent in it. Yeah, this is the thing, you need room on your table to get everything laid out. I've also got this white one. I put some of this in the other one as well, but like I say, when you've got a big ball, it goes on forever. I think this was a charity shop or a sale in the craft shop buy. I'm just going to put one of those in because they're alive. I've got blue and black, but I'm not adding blue or black in this one. Sari bits. Love that one. I'm still hoarding that one. Oh, it's a rainbowy one there. Let's have that. Definitely. It's like tie-dye. And oh, what was that? This one. Another multicoloured, bit thicker. Oh, come off. Yeah, you just have a bunch of loveliness on your desk. Just sit and embrace all the gorgeousness. Whoops. You can put string. So I had this one in the last one, I think. Just have some ordinary, this household string, parcel string. I don't know what they call it. Just one, just to ring the changes. I don't think I want any of the other. Oh, these lovely things. Now, Tanya sent me these. I think these were Tapeology. Oh, I've used some of it, but I've really enjoyed using it. So there's like, they come in multicolours as well. I've got green, I think. She sent me green. No, I don't want to use it. I was going to say I'll put two, but I don't use it all up. I like it too much. So it's got like 4 or 5 different strands of, you know, types of yarn together. Perfect for these. These are them. Look, there's the. Oh, no, I was going to say there's the green, but there's another one. I think I might have used the green. This. So this is like sort of eyelash trim. It's more like grass, grass trim. There's one there, look, with silver in it. Let's have a piece of that one then. I have got some crochet yarn with gold and silver threads in it, and can I lay my hands on it? I thought that would be perfect in this. No, I can't. Okay, and then lace. Now you can go for a very tonal look. I'm pretty multicoloured here. I'm not putting the darks, the blacks and what have you in, but otherwise, other than that, I'm kind of going for it. This is vintage trim. There was a lot of it and I've had it a while, so I might. I'll put 2 of those in. They're quite nice colours, aren't they? I've literally just got a box here. Let's see if I can show you. It's empty now because every time I take something out I dump it on the floor. So it's one of my... can you see it? I've got these all over the shelves. Well, I think I've got 6. Yeah, I've got 6 of them. They're brilliant for corralling stuff. Okay, and yep, you saw more ribbon in there, didn't you? So there's this lovely red, which goes with the, might have 2 of those, goes with the colour of the journal, doesn't it? Are we getting fat? Yeah. And should I put some pink in with it just to lighten that? Oh, got a knot. We'll use that, but not in here. Boom. I'll just have one light pink. I've got more yarn here. What's in here? Oh, purple. Oh, look. Look at that one. Oh, sort of chenille kind of. I don't want purple. There you go. I've got some more lace here. Look, white and green. We're getting chunky now. You don't have to have it this big. You can have it twice this size. I think this is the same as that. It's just in a bag because it's done that. It's done that to me. as they do on those rolls. They're a nightmare, aren't they? And I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do, don't I? I'm just going to cut it anywhere because it's in a bag and it doesn't matter. And eventually I'll use it all doing that. And I see there's some more there, so I might add that to this. There you go. Okay, did I want grey? I don't know. Not sure I want grey. It's, you know, much of a muchness with the white, isn't it? I know it's not white, but you know what I mean. I do like that green though, because it's got that lovely, don't know if it's gold or silver, metallic. It's got like a metallic edge to it. Okay. What have I got on here then? Some cream. What's inside it? Purple I didn't want. What's you? What colour are you? Sort of a blue. I don't want blue, so let's have a layer of cream. Is that everything? Is there anything else that I can add? Some brown, some more cotton. It's nearly the same colours though. It's very different though. It's not the same thing at all. No, don't want to have those. There was this, wasn't there? Is there anything in here? Didn't really want the purple. No, I don't think there is. I think that might be me, but oh yeah, look, that's going to be thick. Now I've pulled some of them. Oh, there's a pin in there. Come out. So I'm just going to now lay them down again because let me get a rough idea of size against the book, which I put right over here, just so that so that's too long. I can take about an inch off that so it'll fit. Ooh, everything's sticking to me because it's hot. I'm sticky. That was a big inch, wasn't it? But yeah, I think everything needs to be about that size. So I know if I'd have done this right the first time, I won't have to be manhandling it twice, but it doesn't matter. I like manhandling pretty things. It's why I'm here. So yeah, if you want certain things together, now's the time to do them. But whether they'll stay exactly together, not very likely, but you know, you can try. This is going to take me forever, isn't it? There's so many of them. Let me just see if I can just hold it like that and see if any of them are too long. I know I said I like sitting doing pretty things, but I don't want to waste my time when I could be doing something else. Yeah, I think I'm just going to, and there's a good mix, you know, they're all mixed up well. I think I will just, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to tie this with, I might tie this one with the baker's twine, if I can remember where I dumped it there. You really want something that's not going to slip too much, I would say. And every time I do this, I do it slightly different every single time, so you will have to bear with me. This time I'm going to put it through the middle. Yeah, tie a knot. And then I'm going to pull that one under and that one under, so swapping them. Come through. Come on. Stop being shy. I hope you can see. You want this is the bit you want tight, really, as tight as you can. You know, just so none of them pull out at a later date. Could glue it if you wanted to. That's pretty tight. Shall we go once more? Let's go once more. Don't worry about the bulk here. So yeah, if you weren't using something that was going to stay put, you could yeah, just put a little blob of glue and then go off and leave it to dry, because you don't want it amongst your tassels. Okay, so we've got them connected together. Now we want them with like, do you know what the top of a tassel looks like? Kind of a bell shape, you know, where, what can I call it? It's kind of a circle, I guess, isn't it? So what am I going to go around that in? Am I going to use the same? Again, I want something that isn't going to slip. Should have put that in? Look, of course you can, oh, I did put some in, didn't I? You can use yarn like that. I think I might use the same thing again. And I've left that long because it can just become part of the, you know, the tassel. You haven't got any ends. Or you can cut them off and have the ends because, you know, it's a tassel and it's meant to be. So now you've got that fastened on there, you kind of need to fasten like, yeah. Is it the dome of a bell or the shape of a bell? I don't know. Sort of that way. I'm sure there's a proper term for that shape or that or even for what I'm doing. So I am just literally squeezing tight as I can, tying knots, wrapping it round, tying knots. Now I probably should have put that other baker's twine down if I wanted it to be part of the tassel. I don't know. Yeah, I feel if I pulled this really hard it would in fact break because I might be wrong. It's not the strongest string. So yeah, I guess it depends very much on what you've got at hand for doing this. Really, really thick, strong cotton would be good, wouldn't it? Oh, crochet cotton would probably be good. I've got some of it there as well. It would be a lot thinner too. Okay, so those ones can become part of that. I might put some crochet cotton around it for good measure. Yeah, I think that would have been a good idea. Oh, I didn't put these in. Okay, I can add them. I'm sure I can add them. Can't I? You're a noodle, Denise. I definitely want them in. But I was going to put them through that, you see, and this through it. Now. Let's be clever. So I've got some. This is crochet cotton on here. Oops. I was just wondering if I could stitch it through. Am I going to be able to push the needle through there? That is because it's not going to go exactly central, is it? Oh, oh, oh. Right, now, before you do that, make sure it's attached to that. Yeah, that'll be all right, won't it? Should we go through again for good measure? You see, you can't really do anything wrong once you've got everything. This'll hold some of it together as well. There you go. Well, you can do things wrong, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Is what I'm saying. Oh, where's the end? Which end is coming through? Because I've got my thread doubled, look. Come on. One of you's the end, I know you are. Which one? Own up. Not you. You. That's it. Yep, just going to tie in a knot. Right, we're attached. We're only attached by one piece of cotton, but we're attached. Thick cotton, crochet cotton. Goodness me. Okay, so I've got that. And I've got those up the top now. Oh. So let's have a look. Yeah, I know there aren't many. I'm going to add the buttons and the beads and the things now. So that is, I'll use those two things to fasten it to the top of the journal, which is here. Let's just check length before we start adding things. Yeah, look, so even now it's miles too long. So let's start taking some bits down. We lay it there. Oops. Oh, Oh, the beads are clacking already. So I like the way that one's twirling round. So, I mean, I could just go across with my scissors for speed, couldn't I? And are there any beads? I'm thinking, you know, up and down, not in a straight line. You could do it in a straight line, I guess, couldn't you? There's beads there. Oh, looks like I'll be making some clusters, fabricy clusters. There you go. Oops. How are we doing now? That was a nice quick way to do it, wasn't it? Sorry, I don't know what kind of a view you're getting. Okay, I still want one or two thinning, so you definitely need to come down. Perhaps you. Green one's quite, I mean, I do like it right down there because it's showing itself, but yours are a little bit long. Come out. Got some lovely fluff going on. Oops, because it's going to hang down from there. Yeah, still too long for what I want. Snip, snip, snip. You're like a hairdresser. Would you like a little more off, madam? Yeah, going on there. I feel that needs wrapping in there. That I did last. That what are you called? The bead dangle. So let's do that. It's a bit like an octopus. Did you used to make them at school with wool? And now I know I might be showing my age now. We used to make octopuses, didn't we, like that, with lots of wool. So that was the legs. Yeah, I think they probably had more than 8 legs. Lovely. Yeah, now we start adding some things. You're a bit long. Of course, when I start adding things, I forgot about that. I'll be tying some of them up, so it will come shorter then. So however you get this. Now I could put some I probably will put some pretty sari round that when I've done. I wanted that up there at the front. Okay, so what have I got? I've got all my beads, which I'll get out in a moment. I wondered about that. Didn't know if it would be too big. So it's like a little faux. Well, it's not faux, it is a bobbin. I've got this little button, handmade with love. I'm sure you've seen loads of those around. They're very common. I've got this wooden button with the gingham on, which it was kind of materially, I thought. And again, a wooden button. They're very thin though. Oh, in fact, that's been stuck on something. Must have been the paper it was stuck on when I got it, because it was new. I wondered about that as well. It's got a little hole in it, but the thing is, can I get things through? I've got this. Okay, and then I've got, I'm ready. Oh, beads, which be a nightmare front on the floor. You'll recognise those gold ones. These, you recognise the vintage necklaces that I took apart for those beauties. Bright colours, but quite small holes I've found. These, and I think these are all my teeny tiny ones. Oh no, those are still on and teeny tiny ones. Do you know what? I could have put some strings of bling. I've got lots of bling, haven't I? In there. You have to do these regular to think about it. What have I got? I've got all these little keys. Let's have a key. I do like a key. Oh, not ornate. Let's have a key. Because I put all the charms inside on the... I should probably show you all my metalwork, shouldn't I? I mean, I do have metalwork. This is what I mean about having everything tiny. They're all tinies. They're the lobster claws. And I've got even tiny ones. Oh no, they're a bit bigger. But they're still not big enough. So let's have those charms out. The other... Anything I want out of there? Leaves? No, nothing else in there. Just so that you can see what I've got out. I've got my buttons here, but I've got those 2 wooden ones, haven't I? So, I mean, I do like a shell one, as you know, but I'll leave one out. Mother of pearl, that's what I meant. I'll leave one out. And, alright, this I like. What shall I put you on? You'll be nice on some material, yes. So I'll put this on here. Oh, if I can get it through. Where's that big needle? That'll help. This is the fiddly bit, you see. This is, and if you are a person that has beads on and makes jewellery and whatever, you won't want to be watching me doing this, because I'm extremely amateur in the extreme. Extremely amateur in the extreme is what I am. Nice, isn't it? Let's try this. Shall we try it on? Something that'll come undone. Let's try it on this pink. No, let's try something thicker, because that I might need that to go on something with a small hole. Let's try it on this wool. See if I can get this yarn down it. Yeah, it'll soon, you know, undo if it's too wieldy. Are you just finding yourself in there, not coming out the other end? You're just hiding. Come on. Oh, Neil's gone back to work today, so I've spent the morning, well, I'd like to say tidying up, but I've spent an hour tidying up. But I've been downstairs all morning doing things. I don't quite know what. So shall I just tie it around it? Yeah, I will for now. I have a feeling it might be just a bit too big for what I want, but you've got to practice with these things. Go try these things, because it might just be the, I don't mean this particularly, but if you try something, it might just be the icing on the cake. What do we want the key on? Have I put anything on the sari yet? No. Let's put key on sari. And I literally just knot everything on it is all I do. That handmade with love. What's that? Oh, that's my string. Go on my string maybe. Perhaps there's a help from needle. It is the sort of string that just disintegrates. I think it must be crafting string, because it wouldn't hold much together. Come on. We're through. Do I want to go back that way? I think I do. I'll try and push this bit through instead of where it's split already. No, it's just split in there. This is why I wasn't sure if you wanted to see it. For those of you that know how these are made, it's a bit of a slow. It's not a spectator sport, I think is probably what I'm trying to say. Oh, unless you like to see me struggle. I don't mean in a mean way. I mean for laughs, because there'll be plenty of that. Yeah, quite like that. It's very lightweight, that one. So I wonder if I could get. Oh, I'm split. That wasn't good, was it? I was going to say if I can get this through this button, which is the mother of pearl one, and it's got nice weight to it, so it'll hang down quite nicely. Go on, bundle yourself in. I don't know if it is. I can't see any more than you can. Oh, super. See if we can do it again. I'm only going through 2 holes. I'm not attempting all 4. Whoops. There you go. Go on. Now I've got jingle bells, lots of them. Loads and loads and loads of them. But I tend only to put them on my Christmas or my fairy journals. Otherwise, you have a tendency to have every single journal jingling and jangling. And then when you have them on, they're not particularly special, are they? Because they're every day. Oops. Go on, you've done the hard stuff. Tie yourself in a knot. Lovely. I quite like that amongst there at the minute. You need to separate yourselves out a little bit, you do. Sticking together. That's it, socialise. It's nice that you can find things sort of buried in it, you know, when you find the key and the charm and the button. Let's have a look what we've got on here. Still want to try that. I find, you know, plenty of charms and things that weights them down. XOXO. But it would go through the O. It would be OXOX. Nice love heart there, but again, that's got quite a thin. Let's try this red ribbon. Birds have started singing again. I think they know when I'm filming, because I didn't notice them earlier. I think I'm hoping a bit there. Let's just give it one more go. No, not a chance, Denise. Right, I seem to have a string here, so we'll have that. Oh, split that now. This is the wax thread. Now, I have seen people threading with wax thread, and they have a block of wax, whether it be beeswax or whatever, and they keep re-waxing the end, which sounds a brilliant idea to me. So I will keep my eye out, I think, for it'd be nice to own a block of beeswax, actually, wouldn't it? So more just knotting for me. There we go. Yep, that's got a little bit of weight as well. Not bothered about any of those. What did I say? Let's try this. Don't know whether to take the thread off or not. Have we got something? The string wasn't a great success, was it? What haven't we tried yet? Don't think you'll go through that tiny hole, no. I'm not sure that anything will. Is there another piece of that? There's one thing I'll say for this thread. Oh, you can get it through buttons and things. I wish I'd put more in. Yep, there we go. Let's see then. Ho ho ho. Right, do we just want it through a bit of it? Yeah, I think we do. Of course, like I say, they can all come off. Some of them can come off. You can just have as much fun as you like, and then, you know, decide what you like afterwards, or if you sell or gift your journals. It's a nice big piece of sari there. You know, whoever owns them next can. Right, can you hear? We're starting to, aren't we? So let's have some of those lovely big gold ones that are on here, on the journal itself, if you didn't see what I was, because they go on anything and they really do look the part. Let's have it on a piece of this fabric here. You're stuck together as well. You need to separate yourselves, guys. Mingle, please. Yep, that's nice. I've just seen a huge silver one that I've been hoarding. Well, pewter looking, it's plastic. That's nice, that's nice. Look at that. Isn't that nice? What would you like to go on? That white ribbon. Oh, my legs are starting to give me a bit of jip. How long have I been on? Oh. Well, just a whole, I'm not sure. Let's put a small bead on if we can at the bottom to hold it. Won't go through that. I don't really want a bright coloured one. I've got anything in here it would go through. I'll go through one of these faux crystal ones. I've got a big one. Do you think you will? Doubt it. No, not a chance. What about a charm on the end of it then? I just don't want to knot it. I want it to move up and down and stay on its own. Oh, we had that XOXO. No. Should we put a leaf on? Let's put leaf on. So I think I'm mixing the metals. I don't know. But I don't mind. Yeah, this is where you want all your broken bits of jewellery. Now I have got a big box up there. I'm not bringing them down. Not today. Love it. Love the sound. Love the colours of it actually and the look of it. So I think that's probably heavy enough for what it's going on. Obviously we could put lots more. Yeah, I wish I'd put a string of bling through it, but that's me. It's a sewing journal, not a bling journal, so I'll try and do less is more. What have I done with my little bulldog clips? Yeah, now you've got too many strings at the top, Denise, haven't you? Normally I would just have one and go through it. Go through that string. Let's tie them together. More knots. Yeah, I'm definitely put some sari around it. I suppose that's the beauty of a ring, although it would add weight, more weight, wouldn't it? So what shall I attach it to? I think that bit there. Well, this little pink bit here. And what colour shall we have? I've got a silver pewtery. And do we want to stand out with red? There's a lot of red going on, isn't there? That the back of the book will show you that red because the front's all hidden now. But isn't that's what started out the cover? Beautiful, that. Lovely. Fabrics, eh? Where did the red one go? Seem to have picked purple and I don't think I dropped it back in. I've flung it somewhere, wouldn't I? Yes, I'm going to go through that pink, I think, there. Right, I've got a bead at the top somewhere that I want at the front. Come out, mister. Make sure I get you at the front. There you are. And where's your friends, your clanky friends? Oh, you see, I'd just play with this if I was journaling with this. I'd just be playing all the time. Lovely. Did I put that in? Please tell me I put it in. I'm losing my marbles. No, I'm not losing my marbles. I'm losing my... It's here. Thought I had. Right, that's what I was doing. I was finding you at the front. So you want to go at the back, really. And you're all at the front. Let's try this. Let's go through this. What? Go through what, Denise? Find something to go through. Go through the very top. Oh, decisions. Right, I'll just try. See, if I put too much through, it won't. I've certainly tied it tight because I can't get a pin through it. I just want that at the front, otherwise I'd go through that. Why won't the pin go through there? Just being weedy, Denise. Push. Yeah, I want it the other way. So I want the pin to fasten the other way. Well, I should have kept it through while I was winning. Come on, go through. Please. Oh, you're not really. I suppose you are. Okay. Oh, it won't open with those fastened. So I've done a few more bits in the journal. I'm not going to show you today. Hopefully they flipped through. Oh, you see, I wasn't through anything worth. I've undone it now. I need to be through that that pink bit that I forgot to put in. I just have to pull my bead through. I really need to be through that. That's what it was for. Well, that's not the only reason, but I suppose you're nearly at the front. Okay, are we through? We are. That's it. Gosh, that was hard work, but you know me. It's always the same. It never goes smoothly on camera. I think you just notice more on camera, to be honest. You have to fiddle with these things. Oh, I didn't put my 2 buttons on, look. You do have to fiddle with these things. And like I say, I would put a different loop system on the top of them. I might invest in some rings. I want my sari round. I forgot. Sari, where are you? Can't be found, but I can't see the wood for the trees. I moved you over here. No. I mean, I've got the. It'll be right here in front of me, won't it? I've got the green and aqua one. I could use some of that, couldn't I? Because it just won't show itself to me. Just through the whole lot, and hide all that shenanigans. Could have done it bigger and made a bow, couldn't I? Never mind. Not sure it would take a bow. Should we do one more? It is only to cover it up, it's not necessarily holding anything. One's got a lovely knot on it. I wonder if to shred this one a bit. That's pretty. Oh, I picked it up without the book then, which isn't a good idea. Yay! Okay, what do you think? I'd be interested to know, is it your kind of thing? Is it too much? I wonder where my bead is. Oh, he's there. I'm here. I'm here. I might put one on that sari bit as well. Piece on that maybe. But I'm going to call that video now. Yeah, I'm going to sit and probably play with it for 10 minutes because it's just fun, isn't it? Yeah, I may well put some more. I'll find some lighter beads to put amongst it that will, you know, rattle more, but no more weight on it. Love it. Okay, hope you enjoyed seeing that. And like I say, the flip through I think will be tomorrow. And join me again for, I don't know, maybe the blue journal will come out, or maybe we'll do some ephemera. I'm thinking ephemera. Okay, thanks so much. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.